Hi guys, today I'm going to react to a video about 5 things not to do in Hungary. Because I'm a Hungarian and I felt that I must react to this video. I had this feeling inside of me that I just have to do this, so let's go.
Let me start off by saying this. If I had to recommend one city in Europe to visit, it would probably be Budapest. It's got just about everything. Old world charm, but in a modern city. The architecture is amazing and exactly what you think about when you think of a European city. Food is amazing.
The food really is amazing.
The public transportation is good.
It isn't.
The people are awesome. And
Sometimes.
it's so affordable compared to other European cities. So if I had to recommend one city in Europe to visit, it would probably be Budapest. Okay, so let's get started on this list of 5 things you should never do in Hungary. Number 1, never clink beer glasses together.
That's new. I never heard about this, but let's hear what he wants to say.
Okay, so there was a revolution in 1848 where the Hungarians rose up against the Austrians, but the Austrians were able to push them back and defeat the revolution. The story goes that the Austrians went back to Vienna, and to toast their victory, they clinked their beer glasses together. So Austrians vowed to never clink beer glasses together for 150 years. Well, that 150-year time period ended in 1998. Some Hungarians still will not clink beer glasses together because of the tradition. So
I legitimately never heard about this. Everyone does it, and I don't know, I lived here for 7 years and I never experienced this.
maybe that's not a never do, but you probably shouldn't do it. Okay, so the number 2 thing you should never do is make the corny joke about being hungry. You may get a kick out of walking into a restaurant or into somebody's house and say,
Using the Hungary joke is like when you have if you have a name that's easy to make fun of. When you hear that name for the first time, you make a joke and you think, I was really funny. But for the guy whose name is that name, he hears it for the 15th billionth time. And even if it was funny, it's just not anymore. Every Hungarian heard this joke so many times. It's not that it's not funny, it's just so overused here.
saying I'm Hungary, but Hungarians have heard it a million times and it's just not funny to them. So don't ever use the
What's with the old guy on the right side?
Hungary joke in Hungary. Okay, so number 3, this one comes up in a lot of my videos. Never forget to tip in Hungary. After spending 8 months in Latin America and Southeast Asia, where it's not really customary to tip in most places, I just forget to tip sometimes. In Hungary, tipping about 15% is customary, so make sure you don't forget to tip. Here's another side note that kind of goes along with that. When you get your bill, if you're paying and you...
So the tipping part it's not necessarily, but yeah, there is a very minor tipping culture, which I never understood. I never understood why you have to tip. I don't understand the concept of tipping. It's just such a stupid idea in my opinion, but it's not a mandatory thing. You don't have to do it.
expect change back, don't say thank you. In Hungary, if you say thank you, that means keep the change and everything's good to go.
Yeah, that's a thing. I thought this is a worldwide thing, and I was surprised when I heard this for the first time that when I say thank you, I just don't want the change back. That's like a polite way of saying I don't want any change back.
Never say thank you after paying the bill if you're expecting change back. Hey, just a real quick break. If you're enjoying this video, if you could hit that thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And if you agree or disagree with some of the things on the list, make sure you comment below. Also,
Or make a video about it.
if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Okay, so the next item on the list is never refuse Palinka. Palinka is a fruit brandy that is a favorite with Hungarians. Hungarians like to say a small amount of Palinka is medicine and a large amount of Palinka is a remedy. You don't drink Palinka alone, so if a Hungarian offers you Palinka, it's a big no-no to turn it down. Even if you've had like 10 beers and it's too...
Again, this is a strange thing because it doesn't happen that often, and I think it comes back to, like, a lot of people used to make Palinka, or their granddads used to do it, or their dads, or their family, and it's kind of like a cake, or some baked thing, or food. When someone makes you food, you just, it's polite to taste it at least, and say, yeah, it was great, even it was terrible and dry and salty and all kinds of problems. It's a polite thing to do.
2 o'clock in the morning, if a Hungarian offers you a shot of Palinka, you should take it. It's considered disrespectful if you turn down a shot of Palinka. Okay, so the last thing to never do in Hungary is never pronounce the city of Budapest, Budapest.
That's not true. I actually do it. Most foreign people pronounce it as Budapest, and nobody can pronounce every city name in the world correctly. So this is such a impossible expectation.
Quickest way to get on a Hungarian's bad side. It's Budapest, like S-H-T, not Budapest, like an insect. One little side note that goes along with that, don't call Budapest Bucharest. Bucharest is in Romania and Budapest is in Hungary.
Yep, that's something that can trigger a lot of people. I don't know why. Maybe they hate the Romanians or just don't like the Romanians. But it seems like neither parties like when you mix up the capital cities. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Don't mix that up.
I did it. It's a big mistake. Hungarians can get mad like this, and that's one of the things that makes them mad when you confuse Bucharest with Budapest.
Bucharest.
So make sure you don't do that.
So the takeaway is, I think the most important thing is don't mix up the capital cities. That's something that triggers a lot of people. That annoys me a bit, even though I'm a very tolerant person. So yeah, I like when people try to... I expect people to at least know which city they are in, right? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video, and honestly, I don't know how to end this video, so I might just